You're right on time for Hope TV Newswatch on this 22nd day of 2024. A very good evening to you and welcome to the broadcast. My name is Kennedy Kimani. Now let's get straight into it. And President William Ruto and Chief Justice Martha Koome have today met to resolve the standoff between the two key arms of government. The National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula, Deputy CJ Philomena Mwilu and Attorney General Justin Muturi were also part of the meeting. The meeting follows public pronouncements by the two who say they are ready to meet and resolve the tiff between the judiciary and the executive. Here's our very own Nelias Wanjiko with that story. Cards? Now, the executive and legislature have pledged to support the judiciary's request for additional budgetary allocation so as to facilitate the recruitment of an additional 25 judges of the High Court and 11 new judges of the Court of Appeal, as well as conclude the vehicle leasing program to facilitate the judiciary's transport needs. This is after President William Ruto, at the request of the judiciary, today convened the leadership of the executive, legislature and the judiciary at State House in consultations to deliberate on building approaches to fight corruption, enhance accountability and to facilitate the efficient and seamless delivery of services to the people of Kenya. In the meeting, the three arms of government also committed to enhance service delivery, fight corruption and promote the overall administration of justice to enhance accountability to the people of Kenya. Within 30 days, each arm of the government will be expected to submit the proposals made to a forum of the National Council of Administration of Justice convened by the Chief Justice. Now, Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition leader Raila Odinga has moved to dispel circulating rumors that the coalition is falling apart. Speaking during the commissioning of Maweni Water Project in Lamu, Raila termed the claims as irresponsible and stated that the coalition is united and solid.
Nataka niongee na wale wengine huko ambao wako Nairobi huko. Siku ya leo kumekuwa na taarifa katika gazeti ya Nation. There is today an article in the Nation which is talking about Azimio. That Azimio is actually breaking up. I want to dispel any rumor that's being spread by irresponsible media that there is no danger in Azimio collapsing anytime soon. I really want our media to be responsible. We don't want media to spread unnecessary and irresponsible propaganda. Nobody has left Azimio. Azimio has remained intact, except a few members of parliament who decided to take a walk. But the leadership of Azimio is intact. There is no dissension. There is no disagreement anywhere in Azimio.
Now, away from that, and more than half of Kenyans are struggling to make ends meet. This is according to a new survey by research firm Infotrack, which says that 73% of Kenyans are in financial distress and cannot fend for themselves in the wake of tough economic times. The survey shows that economic crisis gripping the country has had various impacts on Kenyans, including severe financial distress, anxiety, and stress, among others. Here's a very own Gloria Musimbi with the details.
According to Infotrack's new poll survey, a majority of Kenyans are struggling to make ends meet. The research findings come amid concerns of the economic crisis bedeviling the nation, which has skyrocketed over the past months, with Kenyans attributing this to the high cost of living, among other key factors. According to the latest survey by Infotrack Research, 73% of Kenyans are in financial distress and cannot fend for themselves in the wake of tough economic times, with 55% trying to make ends meet.
Who felt that they're either in severe financial stress or are struggling to make end meet. And you can see 18% are in severe financial stress, save for the 5% who are comfortable. So you can see If only 5% out of 100 are comfortable, that gives a huge chunk of 95% in one way or the other struggling financially.
The result of this economic distress has, however, attributed to increased stress and anxiety at 48%, strain on personal relationships, physical health issues, and mental health effects at 18%, among others.
This hard economic situation has had various impacts to our nation. And what do they do? It has increased stress level and anxiety, mentioned by 48%. 32% have had strain on personal relationship. And of course, 21% have had physical health issues. And of course, 18%, that's nearly 2 in 10, have issues to do with mental health.
The report has also shown that most Kenyans have been seeking additional jobs or income sources as a strategy to cope with the hard economic times, with 45% of respondents citing this as their strategy for survival.
There are a lot of online engagement so that somebody can get a coin or two just to add into whatever they are earning in a regular employment. Of course, there's been also a significant number, 41%, who've cut back on non-essential expenses.
The survey shows that most Kenyans recommend the reduction of the high cost of living, creation of employment opportunities, reduction of fuel prices, education costs, and the high taxation as key interventions to elevating this suffering.
Commend a reduction on the cost of living. How this can be done, it's by the government just reducing either taxes. That was suggested by 12%, 13%. And of course, creation of more employment opportunity, still mentioned by 13%. Others suggesting reduction of the cost of education and reduction on high taxation.
The survey was conducted between the 18th and 19th of December last year among 1,500 respondents aged above 18 years from across all 47 counties. As Kenyans continue to grapple the current economic situation in the country, Infotrack's recent poll indicates that the harsh economic times has attributed to anxiety, financial distress, and fear among Kenyans that the current economic situation will worsen. Reporting for TV Newswatch, I'm Gloria Musimbi.
Thank you so much, Gloria, for that report. Now, still at it, and 48% of Kenyans believe that the high cost of living will skyrocket in 2024, with 67% saying that school fees will increase. Now, according to Infotrack survey poll, about 18% of Kenyans have taken out loans to meet their required needs. 77% of Kenyan youth and the elderly are the most affected with financial distress and struggling to make ends meet, with 21% of women taking loans than men at 15%. Other options Kenyans have adopted to survive the harsh economy include seeking financial counseling, borrowing money from family and friends, rationing resources, and cutting the number of meals per day.
But also, if we look at both gender and age, the age that is feeling the heat the most are the younger ones. That is 18 to 26 years percent, and of course 55 years plus, who are both rated at 77%, claiming they're either in severe financial distress or economic distress. I've talked about this. If you check by region, save for Western and Nairobi, that had a lower score, and of course Eastern there, that also had a lower score of 78%. Those are struggling to make end meet. But if you look at the severity, Northeastern stands out, and of course Nairobi, it's a bit, maybe because there are a lot of side jobs that people can do within Nairobi. But also, if you look at gender, you can see the female. Between the ratio between female and male, there's only a 3% difference, so that's not quite significant.
Now, Mount Elgon Member of Parliament Fred Chesebe Kapondi has asked parents to stop bringing politics into schools in the area in order to give students adequate time to focus on their studies. In a meeting with the parents, the MP called on parents to cooperate with the teachers for the benefit of their children. Here's a very own Alice Diana with that report.
Parents in Mount Elgon constituency in Bungoma County have been asked to stop bringing politics in learning institutions. Speaking during a meeting with parents at Mulatiwa High School in Mount Elgon constituency, local MP Fred Chesebo Kapondi said there is a need for parents to work closely with teachers to improve the results of schools in the area.
Tusilete hiyo siasa kwa shule zetu. Najua hata mwaka jana tumekuwa na hiyo siasa kwa hii shule. Sina maana hiyo. Tumekuwa na hiyo siasa. Siasa chafu. Siasa ya laana. Kati ya wanafunzi, kati ya wazazi. Ilikuwa siasa. Tuachana na hiyo, tunalaani shule. Umenipata?
Additionally, Kapondi urged parents to try and pay for their children's school fees, even as he sympathized with the low number of students in Mulatiwa High School.
Hii 9,000. Mimi nikitoa karibu na nusu kwa mfano kwa kila mwanafunzi. Sasa ajikakamue na ile nusu kwa mwaka. Watoto watatembea hapa nje kweli? Hapana. Mbele ya walimu kutakuwa na grade E kweli?
On his part, Chesikaki Ward Representative Jacob Maruga asked the students to maintain a high level of discipline while regretting the poor results recorded in the 2023 KCSE national exam.
Sana wanafunzi ndio naongea nao. Indiscipline ya mwaka jana tafadhali tuweke kando na tuangalie kazi ambayo imetuleta hapa. Na kazi imetuleta hapa ni vitabu. Tusome vitabu na tuhakikishe kwamba tunapita mtihani kwa njia mzuri. Kama MCO area hii niko naibu sana. Hakuna shule mimi najivunia saa hii. Kila mtu amepata chini ya mini ya 4. Shule hizi karibu zote. Ningeomba ya kwamba yale yote uchafu ya mwaka jana tuache mbali. Na tuhakikishe kwamba hii mwaka mpya tufanye mazuri, Mulatiwa iwe shule nzuri.
Alice Diana, Hope TV Newswatch.
Thank you, Alice, for that report. Now, a 15-year-old girl is trapped underground following the collapse of a gold mine in Naroro village, Pokot North Sub-County. The victim, identified as Nakiru Ngoleyang, was unable to escape during the unfortunate incident that occurred on Wednesday last week. Alale Police Station OCS Geoffrey Ndiwa was at the scene leading the rescue exercise, said that on Wednesday last week, a group of women was in the gold mine before it collapsed, but other women managed to escape alive. The women, however, realized later on that the 15-year-old girl who had accompanied them to the gold mine was missing. On Sunday evening, a team from the county disaster team visited the scene to try and locate the body of the missing girl, but the girl could not be found.
Watu walichimba gold siku ya Jumatano, akafunika mtoto. Kufunika mtoto, watu wakaripoti kwa polisi. Mtu ya nyumba hiyo akaripoti kwa polisi. Akakuja na polisi usiku kuangalia. Akakuja kuripoti kwa polisi usiku, polisi akakuja mpaka hapa, akakuja kuona. Asubuhi watu wakakuja Alhamisi kutoa maji usiku, mchana yote, usiku yote mpaka asubuhi. Mwili yako onekana mpaka saa hizi.
Department yangu ya disaster management tukaamua response. Tumekuwa na ofisa wale wa disaster ambao tumekuja na hawa, so tukaamua kukimbia namna hiyo mpaka hapa. So jambo ambalo tulianza naye ni kwamba tumekawa mikakati yetu mara mbili. Mikakati yetu ya kwanza ni kutumia wale ambao walikuwa wamechimba hii migodi kufanya search ama kutafuta mwili mahali iko. Alafu ikisindikana, mpango yetu ya pili ni kutafuta mashini ili tung'oe mchanga na kutafuta mwili.
Mimi ningeomba wenyeji wa hapa wajihadhari sana kwa kuchimba karibu na laga, kwa sababu anytime hii mvua ikinyesha maji inaanzia huko juu ikiteremka. So ningewaomba sana, kama iko njia nyingine wanaweza fanya, inaweza wasaidia kuliko hii. Hata watoto wadogo wanaingia ndani, wasichana wadogo, vijana wadogo wanaingia ndani ya hiyo shimo, na ni kashimo kadogo. So it is so dangerous. Ni tuseme Mungu anatusaidia tu, tungekuwa na nini mingi sana.
Crossing borders now, and the Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has dropped out of the 2024 presidential race and endorsed former U.S. President Donald Trump. DeSantis quit ahead of the Republican primary election in New Hampshire, where he was polling in the single digits. DeSantis was once considered a strong contender for the party's nomination, but on Sunday he said he did not have a clear path to victory. Nikki Haley, who is Trump's last remaining challenger, said she was the only one able to beat U.S. President Joe Biden. Haley will go head-to-head with Donald Trump in New Hampshire on Tuesday, the second in a series of state-by-state contests to pick a Republican nominee for the November general election.
Accordingly, I am today suspending my campaign. I'm proud to have delivered on 100% of my promises, and I will not stop now. It's clear to me that a majority of Republican primary voters want to give Donald Trump another chance. They watch his presidency get stymied by relentless resistance, and they see Democrats using lawfare this day to attack him. Well, I've had disagreements with Donald Trump, such as on the coronavirus pandemic and his elevation of Anthony Fauci. Trump is superior to the current incumbent, Joe Biden. That is clear. I signed a pledge to support the Republican nominee, and I will honor that pledge. He has my endorsement because we can't go back to the old Republican guard of yesteryear, a repackaged form of warmed-over corporatism that Nikki Haley represents. The days of putting Americans last, of kowtowing to large corporations, of caving to woke ideology are over.
You're watching Hope TV News. It's now time for a quick breather, but you still have much more ahead, so see you on the other side.
Africa International University takes pride in being at the forefront of producing Christ-centered leaders, transforming Africa and the world. At AIU, we lead, we innovate, we inspire, and we are a family bound by a common goal of transforming the world. There is no better time to think about your career transformation in an international community. Our intakes are in January, May, and September and are currently ongoing. Embark today on an exciting and life-building academic journey by enrolling in our diverse certificates, diplomas, bachelor's, postgraduates, master's, or PhD programs. Africa International University, a university in the heart of Africa, with Africa on its heart.
Envision a future where you enjoy the things that truly matter to you. At Enwealth Capital Limited, we are committed to making this future a reality for you. Invest in the Enwealth Money Market Fund, meticulously crafted to help you achieve your financial aspirations from as little as 1,000 Kenyan shillings. Visit www.enwealth.co.ke/capital or call 0700-617-443 for more information. Enwealth, for a better tomorrow. Enwealth Capital Unit Trust Scheme is approved by Capital Markets Authority, which does not take responsibility for the financial soundness of the scheme. Prices of shares and income may fluctuate, and the right to redeem shares may be suspended.
Hello there, praise the name of the Lord. My name is Evelyn Wanjuro. To get Naiwe Maombi as your skiza tune, SMS skiza 8830022 to 811. Hope Skiza, spreading the hope.
You, the listener, are the reason why we go on air. You, the friend of hope, are the reason why hope is alive. You have helped us take hope across the country and to the rest of the world. Through your giving, we have been on air for 18 years and witnessed many people coming to the Lord. Through your giving, we have expanded our reach to 3 new regions, namely Kisii, Nyeri, and Meru. Through your giving, we have expanded our reach to an international audience through DSTV and GoTV platforms. Thank you for your sacrifice and generosity toward this great initiative. As we continue spreading hope to the other unreached regions in Kenya, you are invited to be part of the Friends of Hope through a contribution of any amount via M-Pesa Paybill 933933, account name FOH. Friends of Hope, keeping hope alive. God bless you.
Welcome back. Now to some sporting action now, and the Football Kenya Federation has named Mildred Cheche as the new head coach of the Junior Starlets, which is the under-17 women's national team. Cheche will be assisted by Alan Alwoch, who are both CAF B license holders. Coach Mildred Cheche, in addition to her new role, currently serves as the assistant coach for the senior women's national team, the Harambee Starlets, as well as the Rising Starlets. Anne Alwoch also currently holds the position of assistant coach for the under-15 women's national team. The Junior Starlets are set to face DR Congo away on the 4th of February and at home on the 11th of February this year. Posta Rangers picked a narrow 1-0 win over Murang'a Seals in the Football Kenya Federation Premier League fixture played yesterday. Brian Marija opened the scoring for Posta Rangers in the 76th minute, which also happened to be the only goal in the match. Now, South Africa veteran Themba Zwane scored twice as they comfortably overcame neighbours Namibia 4-0 in the Africa Cup of Nations Group E clash on Sunday to boost their chances of progressing to the last 16. Zwane's double came after Pasi Tau converted a 14th minute penalty, having fired one wide in their first match against Mali last week, while substitute the Pelo Maseko netted the fourth. Well, that we come to the end of News Tonight. Many thanks to you for watching Hope TV News. On behalf of the whole team that made this bulletin a success, have yourselves a blessed night. My name is Kennedy Kimani.